All right, thanks for tuning in. What I wanted to do is put together just a short video that's basically about being able to see when we're out in the outdoors, to spot and see and enjoy viewing more deer while we're out there. This is tips basically for a heavily wooded area like we've got here in central Minnesota. And if you follow just some basic tips, your chances of seeing deer in their more relaxed state will increase actually greatly. How often do we end up like this guy? Well, how'd that go? I seen a bunch of them. Basically, tip number one is
be very, very quiet.
Yeah, you have to be very quiet as you're moving through the woods or sitting still in one place. As soon as a deer hears you, it might not know exactly where you are, but it is going to put them in a very alert state. And all they have to do is see you or smell you, and they're going to be gone. So yeah, number one, follow that tip. Be very quiet. Tip number two is pay attention to wind direction. Deer will pick up on your scent, and let's face it, you kind of smell. Well, you do from a deer's perspective. A deer has close to 300 million scent receptors in that long snout of theirs. Compare that with a human that only has about 5 million. That's 60 times the sensitivity to scent in a deer as opposed to you or I. And I don't care, how great you showered or how good your camouflage is. If there's a wind or a breeze at all moving through you in the direction of the deer, it's going to put them again at this hypersensitive state. And at that point, if they hear you or see you, they're going to be gone. Here's a deer that spotted me, but it can't smell me. The wind is in my face. As long as I don't move and stay relatively quiet, we can have this little standoff. Yeah. Stomps its foot to try to get a reaction. The next tip would be to watch your movement. Deer really are going to pick up on anything that's moving. You're going to have to be very still if you're staying in one place, or if you happen to be moving through the woods. You can't move slow enough. If you're moving, you just want to take a step or two and then just wait and wait and wait and look and look and look. And you might just cross paths with a deer, or you might be able, if the wind is right, actually move closer and closer to a deer without it becoming hyper alert and taking off on you. Now that we're in the woods, we've got the wind at our face, or at least on the side. We're moving slow, we're being very quiet. We want to be very alert. When we're looking for a deer in the woods, we're actually not looking for a whole deer. We're just looking for a part of a deer, just a different sort of shape. One of the things that really gives the deer away are those two ears on its head. They stick up. They're kind of the high point for the deer. They got a certain shape, and if you're hyper alert just to see one ear, just one ear, and then hold still and look and look and look. Maybe use your binoculars, and you'll start seeing the rest of the deer. It just seems like deer are perpetually the same color as whatever they're standing in. Can you spot this one? There he is. Now here's another case where a deer is bedded down, and if it weren't for that little black dot of a nose or an ear shape, you really wouldn't know it's there. And it's decided to get up and move. Another rule of thumb, if you see one deer, just again stay perfectly still and keep looking. If you've got binoculars, maybe just glass, and often you'll see that it's not alone. Here's an instance where we've seen the ear of the deer to know that it's there, but we should start looking for another deer because they like to travel in groups, and sure enough, there we go. It moved. There was another one right there with it. Well, I hope these tips have helped out on your next outing, that you're able to enjoy seeing more deer. Whether you're just want to see more, or you want to take their picture, or maybe you're out on a hunting trip, these tips should really help out in seeing deer in a more relaxed state rather than just running away from you. I really want to thank the old boy from up north for the past 30 plus years. He's given me these tips, and I've tried to follow them. I've tried to pay attention and listen, and they've really helped me quite a bit in my outdoor experience as far as viewing deer. If you do everything right, and you can not alert the deer, you might see some real magical moments out there. Thanks for watching.